A lot of fans have waited a long, long time to see that. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black 3. Director Barry Sonnenfeld is the man behind this sci-fi comedy. The franchise said it's grossed more than, listen to this number, $1 billion with a B.
Keeps on giving, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
He has directed other blockbusters like The Addams Family, Wild Wild West, and Get Shorty. Barry Sonnenfeld is with us here in Studio 57. Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
So what is it like here? You're going to direct something that everybody knows.
Right.
They know the characters. They know the plot, essentially. What's the challenge for the director?
Well, the challenge for the director is to get a story that's both familiar for everyone, because what most people love, if you ask them about Men in Black, is the chemistry between Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Right.
That's number one.
Exactly.
More than Aliens, more than anything else. So you have to create that familiar, but then start to franchise over again so it's fresh and new. So what we did in this one is we go back in time to 1969 in the second act in order to save young Tommy Lee Jones, played by Josh Brolin.
Right.
So you have the chemistry in the first act between Will and Tommy, and in the second act, Josh Brolin and Will, with Josh playing young TommyLee Jones. It's pretty extraordinary.
Could you believe, Barry, the twist at the end of the movie?
Yes,
when Will Smith
No, you're not going to say.
slaps the reporter in line.
Oh, that twist.
That twist where he slaps the reporter in line. What did you think about that? Have you talked to Will about it?
Well, I was there.
Oh, you were there.
You know,
okay.
we did, Will and Josh and I did 7 premieres in 11 days, from Tokyo to Seoul to Moscow, and this was our last premiere in Moscow. Will had probably hugged and signed autographs on the line of 2,600 people.
Yeah.
Hugging, photos, all that. And this guy doing a stunt decided that he was going to kiss Will Smith on the mouth.
Yes.
Will was hugging him as the guy said, "Can I have a hug?" And then at the last second moved his mouth over to try to kiss Will, and Will played Ali. Don't forget. So he has certain instincts, and Will just sort of at the last second just sort of gave him a little bit of a little slap like that, and it became big news. And it really wasn't. Will was very relaxed about it.
I thought he handled it really well, I have to say. I really did.
You know what? And the problem is now Will has to be more wary for the rest of his life when he's on these tours, because he never knows when someone else is going to do a copycat
try something
stunt.
cute.
But
you have a reputation, Mr. Barry, of being neurotic and a worrier.
Yeah.
Is that a compliment to you? You're a self-proclaimed.
Yeah, you know, my philosophy in life is live in fear and you'll never be disappointed. You know, so I'm very worried about, I'm the only one worried about this weekend. Everyone tells me it's going to be a huge hit. It's a fantastic movie.
Barry, it's going to be a huge hit.
Okay, I wanted you to say that so I wouldn't have to say it.
Do you have a number in mind, or do you not pay attention to that? What would be, if it makes X amount of dollars, you go, okay.
I can't say it, because if you live in fear, you don't want to sort of project any hopes or dreams. It's called the Jews call it a kanahara. If you actually say what you want, God will punish you for that. So.
Fair enough.
But does it have 2 zeros with it?
2 and then a whole bunch more. Yes, yes, Charlie. It would be great if it had enough zeros in it at opening weekend. Yes.
I've read that we have to thank your wife, Sweetie. What's her real name? You call her Sweetie.
I call her Sweetie, therefore grips, electricians, makeup people, everyone calls her Sweetie. Her real name is Susan.
Susan, that you really rely on Susan, and that we have to thank Susan for really putting recommending Will Smith to you.
Well, you know, Sweetie and I get scripts. We got the first Men in Black script in 1993, and we would make 2 copies. This is before iPads or anything. She always gives me a 40-page head start because I'm a very slow reader. We get into bed, but we always finish simultaneously. It's why our marriage is so great. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I said, true story, Tommy Lee Jones. And she said, Will Smith. And this is a point where Will had only done Fresh Prince and 6 Degrees, way before Independence Day. The movie was not written for a black man, but Sweetie just said Will Smith, and I then had to get the studio convinced to hire Will, because Sweetie told me that's what I had to do.
I love Sweetie. I'm just saying.
Well, the secret to any successful marriage is when the man does whatever the wife tells him to do. So,
yeah, was there natural chemistry, or did you simply really?
You know, Tommy and Will just love each other, and we've done 3 movies together. We hadn't seen each other in 10 years, and the first day on the set, we were just you know, Tommy seems like he could be curmudgeon-y, but when you're with Will and a little bit with me, it's hard to be.
So it's okay with Will if Tommy kisses him?
I'm going to let, you know what? My suspicion is yes, but we'll have to ask Will that.
Barry Sonnenfeld, thank you very much. Men in Black 3 opens in theaters nationwide today.